Mothra here is, as the name suggests, a moth. But huge! Go figure. In which this iteration appears in the film Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and acts as a force of nature where she ensures that natural balance is restored and aids a tyrant against an illegal immigrant. With that said, Hiya Toys has once again released another kaiju, this time being the Queen of the Monsters herself. And what can I say? Looking closely, Mothra this time, due to the increased size, is able to hold much more details compared to her previous iteration. Such details include the wings, where the patterns are highly detailed in which the individual colors are intricately placed with the absence of any symptoms of a blotched paint job whatsoever. And this is not to mention the orange parts are semi-translucent, in which when placed in the light, glows, or in kaiju terms, emits God rays against hostile kaijus or mechs. But the wings aren't the only parts to observe, as the main body is also superbly recreated, in which the white circles around the eyes are actually painted alongside the pupils being properly colored. This is not to mention the dual antennas being actually sculpted and accurately portrayed, allowing Mothra to show off her true femininity, outshining the likes of even a Gundam, literally, and a single space raccoon. Moving down, the legs and hooks are also properly sculpted as they accurately portray Mothra's main armaments, alongside the fact that each pair of legs are differently sculpted, with the front pair acting as hooks while the rear pair act as actual hind legs that support the frame. When regarding the accessories that Hiya Toys releases, it can either be bountiful or desolate. So when looking at what Mothra is accompanied by, this is it.
Fucking bullshit.
The accompanying stand is in by itself decent as it is, due to the fact that it retains the similar shape, alongside being accompanied by excess parts, such as an extra arm for added reach, and a small arm that holds Mothra in place. Supposedly. To be frank, the arm does a shit job that the Bandai Tamashii Act 5 stand does a better job at holding Mothra, and is the reason why you see it more than the actual Hiya Toys stand. And there's these two pieces that I am not sure what they do. When regarding the mass that Mothra possesses, it would be unfair to measure her by the height due to it consisting less than half of the entire body mass. Instead, let's measure her by her wingspan, which measures at 36 centimeters or 14 inches. Here's Mothra next to Gunpla, fellow Hiya Toys Kaijus, Star Wars Black Series, and Figma figures. Now, if you've seen my previous Hiya Toys reviews, both the Big G and Monkey were at best decent enough regarding articulation, but nowhere near the range seen in either a young girl or young girls. But considering Mothra is a literal moth, movement is expected to be minimal, right? No. As expected, the wings can move up and down, but can also move front and back.
Failure.
The smaller wings also move in a similar manner, resulting in Mothra able to hold various poses. The limbs include the hook, and rear legs are also diverse enough for either graceful flying or a literal bitch slap. But a surprise is that the body movement in between the abdomen, in which allows Mothra to drastically increase her posability, but not enough for Mothra to use her stinger. So, this is it. Look at Hiya Toys' latest iteration of everybody's favorite giant moth, in which they have elegantly recreated Mothra through the superb rendering regarding details, a diverse array of paint naturally embedded onto the sculpt, and a decent array of movement for a kaiju figure. But this figure isn't without its fair share of faults. The somewhat small size alongside the lack of accessories, which act as a deterrent for non-kaiju fans. In doing so, if you're a fan of Mothra or one of those Godzilla Mothra shippers, this is a great figure and I would highly recommend it. But if you're a normie in which the giant moths aren't your type, I would say pass on it. And give the Hiya Toys Mothra a ranking of B+. Nesco, look! It's an angel!